I remember Sim asking me this question probably when we just heard about SARS, if I thought they would call off the Olympics, and I said I don't think they would have a choice. Well, some countries are saying, well, if they don't postpone it for at least a year, we are not coming. Last time, I think in 1980, I think it was Russia didn't turn up in 84, United States didn't turn up for the Olympic Games, but it's the first I'm seeing this happen. Only world wars, as far as I know, have caused Olympics, World Cups to be postponed, to be cancelled. Well, the Canadian Olympic Committee said it won't send athletes to the Games unless they're postponed for a year. Australia said that. Canada joins a number of countries, including Norway, Brazil, Slovenia, that have pressed the IOC. By the way, the IOC have said that they'll make a decision in a month.
Can't be right.
That's what they said, because the Olympics starts July 24, I think. And they said in a month they will make the decision.
But what would the rationale be to still keep it? I mean, how could you?
Apparently they're thinking that this will be controlled, cured, whatever, in good enough time.
Yeah, but some countries are just starting to see spikes, and
Yep.
those people are going to have to travel.
Yep. And no, and one of the bigger problems is the training.
Yeah, well, I heard somebody talking about that as well.
Yeah, that's one of the bigger problems. I guess if you're training on your own, then yeah, but it can be the easiest thing for you. So I think they're going to call it off.
Well, they said it would take, the IOC said it would take up to 4 weeks, as you said, Nev, to consider alternatives, which include postponement, but it has taken the possibility of cancelling the games off the table.
Yeah, I think they have to call it off. I personally.
But they just said it not cancelling. They will postpone, but they're not going to cancel.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. And, you know, it's tough, especially for, and I'm being very biased here, unapologetically. Very tough for Shelley and Fraser Price. This is her last Olympic Games, you know. If you postpone it for too long, she might very well just say, bye, folks, you know.
I doubt it. I mean, if it's held this year.
If it's held
then
this
they
year,
can
fine.
still go on train.
Yeah, fine. But, you know, and she has put everything in for this final hurrah type of thing, you know.
They all have. It's really hard.
Yeah, so it's tough.
But nations are making this call in the interest of their athletes. So it's a...
And it's this, and you know, coming back to the athletes, I think Sim was talking about something before where people saying the spring break, I say, if I get it, I get it. That's incredibly selfish because, all right, you get it, fine, go in a corner by yourself. But if you get it, and then you expose your family and your girlfriend or your boyfriend and your kids, then that's too selfish, you know. So if you don't want to think about yourself, think about the folks around.
Roughly, it's a good thing my foot mash up, you know, because I would have go train for nothing.
What is the next one, please? at least the doctor don't take away your sense of humor, or should I say your dunceness.
A girl can dream, Nev. A girl can dream.
What's the next one?
Are we going on to the prisons now?
Yep.
It's a scary atmosphere, says one inmate at the St. Catherine facility. This is the St. Addo Correctional Facility, right? You know, prison is not a place you want to be generally, but when a virus breaks out, you definitely run greater risk. Crammed inside a prison cell is the last place one would want to be, but one inmate at the correctional facility in St. Catherine, inside a correctional facility in St. Catherine, says it's a scary atmosphere in here right now. The interviewee, or the inmate who spoke on condition of anonymity, gave his account and observations as to what measures have been put in place to safeguard the health of the prisoners there as well as the correctional officers. He says, quote, everybody have their own concern, and the main concern is that the officers will take it to us because we are not going out there. And it's not something that is airborne, that is going to blow over into the institutions. If it come inside the prison, the officers would be the ones to take it in, and we as inmates have close contact with the officers more, said the inmate who is presently serving a life sentence for murder. He says a meeting was held and they told them the steps to take to prevent the virus from spreading, and that if anybody has symptoms, they're to identify, or if they identify anybody with symptoms, they must let the officers or somebody from the medical team know to come and assess them. Claims of increased supply of sanitizers and hand soaps for both staff and inmates, as well as the sanitization of surface areas. I get the feeling they don't think that's enough though.
Yeah. Well, this one rough, eh? And then when you hear of overcrowding, I don't know about.
Remember our prison is not.
Yeah, I don't know about proper distance and stuff with that.
How do you say, how do you social distance in a cell
That's what I'm saying.
that is built for 5 people that have 10?
Or built for 1 that have 3. But let's pray that it doesn't get away because that would be an epidemic in itself.
Speaking of, there was a story about 2 weeks ago about a prison facility where there was an outbreak of something that was similar to, I want to think it was TB.
Tuberculosis.
Yeah, and they were looking into that. I think we are looking into that further,
well,
but
as
we
I
haven't
said,
heard much more.
That in itself would be an
Some
epidemic.
mysterious
if
illness, yeah.
that takes off in prison.
Oh boy.
All right, the third one. I was trying to remember when, but I had the privilege of interviewing this gentleman. I'm not certain if it was the last time he performed in Jamaica, Kenny Rogers. Sharon Shota probably could remind me. She was the producer that night. But, I had the privilege of interviewing him. The show was at, I'm almost certain it was at King's House. And I had a chat with him. You know, Cleon said it was at King's House, yeah.
Okay.
So can't remember when it was, but I know one of my favorite interviews spoke with Kenny Rogers, who unfortunately, as you said, passed on a couple of days ago, age 81. It was interesting. Someone sent me a video of "We Are the World," and you saw the ages of all the of the performers. It's interesting. Lionel Richie, I think, is 69 now.
They're up there.
Yeah, Willie Nelson must be 85 or something like that. It's interesting. I always liked his beard.
People think about Kenny Rogers, they always play this song. Do you have a favorite, Kenny?
Yeah,
Which one?
the one that Lionel Richie wrote. Lady, baby,
Oh,
lady.
Lady is your
Yeah.
favorite, is it?
Yeah, that's the
That's
favorite.
no surprise. Oh, God.
Did you know that the name of that song originally was Baby?
Is it?
Yeah, and apparently when chatting to Kenny Rogers, I was reading recently about that, so it's not that I didn't do it in school or anything, but he was talking and he kept saying lady, 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 and then Lionel Richie changed his song to Lady as opposed to Baby. But I don't know if he was a country singer, a soul singer.
He was a country singer, really, but Jamaicans, I think everybody kind of loved him because his country wasn't as country could get, even though Jamaican people love country music. They're very conscious of country.
Yeah.
But he was kind of more mainstream, so I think his appeal was wider, and people just loved it.
But he was good.
Everybody grew up on a diet of Kenny, my
man,
parents
he
listened
was
to Kenny
good.
Rogers hard.
I've always said the only country CD I've ever bought was a greatest hits.
Bossa line from Lady now? Bossa line.
Can't remember. Lady.
Go on now.
Let me say, lady.
Yeah.
You can't remember the words though. Da 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 da. I love you. That's all. That's all. Da 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 da
What I
da
am,
da.
and I am yours.
What don't I have the
You
thing?
have gone and made me such a fool.
Are you making enough?
Yeah. No, you are a fool. Don't edit the lyrics.
All right, the last one.
See there?
Hold
Them
on,
pull
hold
it up
on,
for
hold
you.
on, hold on. They said they're gonna
Yes.
come up with
See there?
the lyrics. They said they come up with the lyrics.
Turn it up now, man. Yes. Oh, go, Nev. Karaoke.
Yeah.
Come on, Nev.
There's so many ways I want to say I love you. Hold on, light apart. Come back. Let me hold you. Oh, we can't. We have this social distance.
Distancing.
Have you hug you from over there, sir?
Yes, go on.
It's a
all
big
good.
song. A big song.
You have gone.
Turn it up, man.
Made me such a fool. I'm so lost in your love. And oh, we belong together.
We belong together.
Won't you believe in my song? Oh, what Clive know about them tune?
Don't you
You
mean?
know them tune, Clive? What?
For so many
All right, so that's Neville's favorite Kenny Rogers.
Yeah. All right.
Taking us into birthdays.
All right, so that's it for the hot topics. Only to say that Rihanna has said she will give $5 million to,
Barbados.
well, she said $5 million overall. I
For the
think it's,
ventilator purchasing?
yeah, I think it's 700,000 to Barbados.
750.
Or to Barbados or something, but I think it's $5 million overall.